Brawlers,
Good evening, everyone. This is Vince Colosso with the Brawlers Sports Boxing Show News. Hijacked. How Shakur Stevenson defeated Jamel Herring by TKO in 10 rounds. This was a fight of total domination. Shakur Stevenson came out, showed up, and showed out. What he did, he defeated Jamel Herring by the 10th round TKO so thoroughly that when the judges' scorecards were tallied, all three judges gave him almost every round except one judge who gave Herring 1 round. It was that thorough. Stevenson challenged Jamel Simplify Herring from the opening bell, and Herring had no answer. So during the press conference, the pre-fight press conference, and the weigh-in, Stevenson was snatching at Jamel Herring's belt. But after Saturday's performance at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Stevenson added some flashy hardware to his collection. He got the WBO Junior Lightweight belt, snatched it from Herring in this masterful performance. He toppled Herring via 10th round TKO to win the title and became a 2-weight world champion at 24 years of age. Now, people are going to look at him and say that he's ready to be a future pound for pound. He's that good so far. He said that around the 5th round, I was landing everything, and then he started trying to come on. Stevenson said, I smelled blood. I saw that he was bleeding and was like, okay, I have to attack the cut. I was trying to touch the cut and to make the doctor try and stop it. Bob Arum, he chimed in. He said, a sensational performance from Shakur Stevenson, who showed why so many think he's the future pound for pound king. Jamel Herring displayed the heart of a champion, but he was in there with an incredible fighter tonight. Herring leaves the fight 23-3 with 11 KOs. He made a career off of upsetting the odds and bouncing back from a pair of lightweight defeats to become a world champion. Now, it's interesting, his previous 2 defeats were to a southpaw, a left-hander. Well, how did Shakur Stevenson come out? He came out southpaw, a left-hander. Herring defended his title 3 times and had designs on derailing a potential pound-for-pound superstar. Herring said later, he's sharp and slick. His hand-eye coordination is very good. No excuses. He was just a better man tonight. Now, Stevenson ends the fight 17-0 with 9 KOs. He's from Newark, New Jersey, and he was destined for stardom since capturing silver medal at the 2016 Rio Olympics. He had a brief run as a featherweight champion, but had never faced an established world champion until Herring, and you see how Stevenson handled that. Stevenson picked Herring apart at mid-range while Herring tried in vain to ugly things up on the inside. As soon as the fight ended, talk began about Stevenson's next foe. Top name on his list is the WBC champion at 130 pounds, Mexican star Oscar Valdez. Stevenson said, there's only one fight left at the end of the day. It's the biggest fight at the end of the day. Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. There's nothing else to look forward to. The 130-pound division needs to unify. Let's get it. In other news, on that same night in the undercard, Xander Zayas, junior middleweight rising star, 11-0, 8 KOs. He KO'd Dan Carpence. Now, he's trying to run away with the 2021 Prospect of the Year, and the Puerto Rican sensation looks like he's going to do it. He beat Dan Carpence, who ended up the fight 9-4-1 with 4 KOs, until Carpence's corner stopped the slaughter after the 4th round. Zayas landed nearly 50% of the power shots, 81 out of 166, and became the first man to knock out Carpence, who has been a pro for 8 years. Zayas said, my debut on ESPN, I feel amazing. I stopped a guy that has not been stopped in 8 years. As a pro, I'm blessed to be here. I hope everybody enjoyed the show, and now it's just back to the gym. Hopefully, I can get on that December 11th show in New York. In my last fight in September, we noticed that my left hand was a little bit low. So this camp, we kept the elbows and shoulders up and tried to avoid that right hand. We knew he was going to come with those hooks, so we stayed low. Overall, I think I made an improvement, and I showed I could adjust, and I hope everyone enjoyed it today. The other fight, Nico Ali Walsh won his second straight fight by KO. His first fight he won in the first round, but this one he had to go a little longer than his 1-round August pro debut. The grandson of the greatest Muhammad Ali was dominant in knocking out James Wesley II, who was 1-1 in the 3rd round of a middleweight special attraction. Ali Walsh ate a couple of hard rights in the first round, and then he knocked down Wesley with a straight right hand shortly before the bell. And then in the second, Wesley's corner stopped the fight following a knockdown early in the third round. Ali Walsh said, "I'm happy that my pro debut went the way it did. There's still, of course, I have to work on. Stuff I have to work on. I know the crowd got excited seeing him land a punch, but I did not feel the punch. Maybe it was my energy, my adrenaline, but my hat's off to him and his team. Mutual respect both ways, and it was a very good fight. I'm blessed that I'm following the legacy of my grandfather. I think everyone who loves my grandfather who's watching me, I love this legacy that I'm contributing. Continue." In other action, Evan Holyfield, the son of Evander Holyfield, he's an Atlanta native, so he's fighting his hometown. He's following the footsteps of his father, Evander. He defeated Charles Stanford. Now Evans 8-0 with 6 KOs. He knocked Stanford out, who's 6-4 with 3 KOs in the second round of a scheduled 6-round junior middleweight contest. Holyfield connected with a looping left hook that staggered Stanford. After a right hand for good measure, Stanford was on the deck and in no position to continue. Troy Isley, who is in his first fight since representing the United States in the Tokyo Olympics as a middleweight, he's 3-0 with 2 KOs. He made quick work of Nico Navarro, who was 2-2 with 2 KOs, knocking out his overmatched foe in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. At the end of the round, Isley connected with a 3-punch combination that sent Navarro to the mat. Now, those are the main fights. The rest of the fights are on the blog, so check out the results of the rest of the fights. We want to congratulate Shakur Stevenson, though, who won this fight in fine fashion. He's moving up. So, everybody, congratulations to Team Shakur Stevenson. This is Vince Colosso with the Brawlers Sports Boxing Show News. Let's go, champ.
Brawlers, baby.